Hoy hablaremos con uno de los guionistas de Far Cry 5. Quédate con nosotros en Ubi Contesta. ¿Qué onda, Ubi Gamer? Faltan pocos días para el lanzamiento de Far Cry 5 y hoy estamos en un evento especial en la Ciudad de México donde descubriremos más sobre la creación del juego, hablando con el guionista en jefe del proyecto, Drew Holmes. ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien, gracias.
The idea behind the story for Far Cry 5, was that something that was already set when you started, or did you have anything to do with that?
Some of it, there were elements that were already in place by the time I joined. And I sat down to talk with Dan Hay. He basically pitched me this idea of the game being set in Montana, having to deal with a cult that's taken over a small county. Really, our first task was trying to figure out who eventually became this guy, Joseph Seed. Joseph, who has a goal, has a belief, has something that he's driving towards, a mission that he believes he's been given by God.
So the game hasn't came out yet, but we know there's already some controversy about the themes, the characters. Was that something that was planned, or was just a consequence?
We set out to tell a very specific story with Joseph and a message about a world feeling on the edge. What's happening now wasn't really at the forefront of our thoughts. We aren't fortune tellers.
What makes Far Cry 5 different and special comparing to other games from the franchise?
Oh, so much. We really started to take a look at all the things that people expected from a Far Cry and said, how do we improve upon or change up the formula in a lot of ways. But there's much more of an emphasis on exploration, talking to people to get information about opportunities. It's a completely non-linear story, so you can go anywhere, in any direction. You're not having to do a specific set of story missions to progress the story forward.
¿Cómo se llaman los cuatro hermanos Seed? Hola, Ubi Gamer. ¿Me gané una sección más? Ah, es solo hoy porque Marina no está en el estudio. Bueno, la reemplazo. Si sabes la respuesta, déjala aquí abajo en los comentarios usando hashtag Ubiquiz. Esto está fácil, ¿eh? Y aprovecha para mirar los screenshots de los primeros que acertaron la semana pasada. ¿Puedo hacerle también una pregunta a Drew Holmes? Me gustaría saber de quién fue la idea de poner a Boomer en el juego, porque a mí me encanta. No me gustó nada esa interrupción, pero sí le voy a preguntar porque también soy muy fan de Boomer. Whose idea was it to put Boomer in the game?
I think that really came from our creative director, Dan Hay. He really wanted a dog in the game. I know that when the team was going to Montana, everyone had dogs, and it just, you want to have a pet. You want to have someone that you can sort of go hunting with and watch your back in a fight. We were able to not just have Boomer in the game, but also now we've introduced Cheeseburger the bear, who's going to be able to fight alongside you, as well as Peaches the cougar. So you've got three Fangs for Hire with very unique abilities.
How was the creation of Joseph Seed, and did the actor have something to do with it?
Yeah, I wrote this monologue for him for an audition piece because we were trying to find an actor to portray him. We got this tape back from Greg Brick that was hypnotic. You couldn't look away, and there was such an honesty and a truthfulness that he brought to this character. And when he told this horrific story, it was heartbreaking and terrifying all at the same time. And we watched it and we were like, who the hell is this guy? There's no question we have to hire him. He doesn't see Joseph as a villain. He sees him as someone who is trying to do what he believes is right, even though what he's doing is so completely insane.
See, we don't have to do a lot of work. He talks like that all the time.
So fans of Far Cry in Latin America are really excited about this game. What's your message to them?
I think that we're equally excited for people to get their hands on the game. Is the biggest Far Cry world that we've built with the largest cast of characters for people to explore. Fans are just going to have a blast when it's out.
How you ended up working with video games?
It was largely by accident. I was, writing small plays and writing short stories and things like that. But it wasn't until I got a job as a tester shortly after college, working at a game company, working on the very first Saints Row. It's been a long road, but I the games that I've had the pleasure of working on and now being able to work on something the scale of Far Cry 5, it's been crazy, and I never would have predicted, 12 years ago that this is where I'd be.
Thank you, Drew. Y tú, muchas gracias por mirar.
Subscribe to the Ubisoft Latin America channel. Give us a like. See you on March 27th.
So let's go to have some tequila.
Yes,
Come,
absolutely.
let's go.